Hi guys, hi friends, welcome to another Blender tutorial. If you are new, subscribe. We're gonna build army on the channel, army of friends. So if you wanna be a part of this army, just subscribe. Now, today I'm gonna show you beginner's guide in Blender. You just open the server, you don't know nothing about the server. So I'm gonna show you. So as you can see, this is my stupid mouse. I can select objects in this 3D scene by the left click. So I can select this cube, yes, by just left clicking. And as you can see, this cube just get highlighted, so it's selected. And I can deselect objects by clicking on this 3D scene, maybe right here. And as you can see, this just deselect my object. Now, I can select this cube and deselect. I can select the camera. This is the icon for the camera right here. And I can select my light if I want. So this is the icon for the light. Now, if you want to select very quickly couple of objects in this 3D scene, just hold shift and you can select right here this cube, and maybe I'm gonna left click on this camera and this just select two objects, yes. And if I want to just deselect, of course I can just select on this 3D space and this just deselect all those objects. So I can select holding shift, yes, you can select multiple objects right here, as you can see. Now very quickly I'm gonna move this window right here because I think my webcam is right here. I have right here all my parts, yes, of this 3D scene right here on this window. So I have my camera, as you can see, and I can select, of course, objects from this window too, yes, if I want. So I have my camera, I have my cube, and I have my light right here too. And the same technique, if I'm just holding shift, of course, and select maybe two objects just get selected. I hope you can see right here on this small window, yes. Of course, you can rename this by double clicking. Yes, you can double click and rename the light if you want. This is your choice. Now, Blender always open with this kind of setup, like you have your cube, you have your camera, and you have your light. This is very simple. Now, you can zoom in this 3D space by the scroll of the mouse, and of course zoom out by the scroll of the mouse. Now, you can rotate, just click your scroll of the mouse and hold your click and just move your basically mouse. I'm gonna show you. I'm just click, yes, on my scroll of the mouse or maybe middle mouse, and as you can see, I'm just moving my mouse and this just rotate this to the space. You have different options basically on your view. I can use the numpad of my claviature and I have right here 1. This just give me front view. 3. This just give you side view. 5. This just give you this kind of perspective view. And 7. This just give you top view. You can use on your numpad 2. As you can see, this just rotate in this kind of direction, yes, down. 4, if I'm just holding 4, this just rotate in this direction. 6, rotate in the opposite, of course, and 8, this just rotate up, as you can see. So this is very simple, but there is better way to navigate in Blender. I'm gonna show you. So as you can see, I can go on the view right here. On the navigation, you have right here walk navigation. If you're gonna just right click and choose assign shortcut, I have shift F. And if you're gonna just click shift F VSAD, you can travel in this 3D space. Okay, it's very simple. So you can use basically wait guys, because right here now it's good. You can use VSAD, and of course you can rotate the mouse and you can navigate in this 3D space. If you're gonna just deselect this kind of, you know, I don't want to travel, just left click and you are good. Okay, now if you're gonna click 0 on your numpad, you can go to your camera and you can use the same shortcut, yes, shift F and VSAD. You can travel with your camera, so it's very good to use this kind of shortcut, yes, because you can navigate in the camera and establish some shot right here, yes, or maybe I wanted this kind of shot of this game. And once again, if you wanna go from the camera, just click 0 and you are on this kind of view. So there is that. Now, Blender is 3D software, of course, so it have 3 directions, okay? If I'm just gonna select my cube by the left click and choose G, I can grab my object and move around right here in this 3D space, as you can see, up, down, left, right, and this direction too, yes? So just G, always remember, if you wanna select maybe the light and G, you can basically move your objects around. Of course, the same shortcut. If you're gonna hold shift very quickly, yes, and select couple of objects right here, yes, and select G, I just selected 3 objects and I'm just moving those 3 objects around. So it's very important. Shift is selected couple of objects in this software. Now, what next? You can lock the movement of your object in some direction. Because like I said, Blender has 3 direction like in our Reality 3D software, yes? So I can select my cube and select G, Z. And Z direction is basically up and down, as you can see. So I can lock my movement of my object, yes, of this cube by G, Z, because this is Z direction, it's important, okay? Now, you have different directions, so I can lock this movement, my cube, by G, Y. And as you can see, this line appears, and this is the Y direction. So I can lock my movement right here in this 3D scene in this Y direction. And you have another direction, the last direction, of course, you have GX. Okay, so this is this kind of direction, and of course you can lock your movement of your objects by GX, and you can just move in the X direction. So I hope you get it. This is like 3D space, yes? You have up and down, left and right, and basically you can move freely in this 3D space. So this just simulates this 3D space right here, yes, as you can see. And you can move objects freely up and down, left and right, and this direction. So I hope you get it how this works, okay? So yeah, this is the basic stuff. I don't know what next I can of course there is more in this software, but this is the basic stuff that I want to show to you. Like I said, left click, you can select objects, hold and shift, select couple of objects, yes. G, move the objects right here. I show you how you can navigate, some establish the shortcut, Shift F, Power Z, you can travel in this 3D space. You have this side window, and of course this is the collection. In the next tutorial maybe I'm gonna show you how you can add different collection, yes, because you don't want to keep some mess if you want basically do this correctly, yes. So you can add multiple collections right here, and you can have different objects to your collection. This is another topic, but like I said, you can navigate by 1, you have the front view, 3, side view, 5, 7, you have different kind of views, yes, and 2, 4, 6, 8, this just rotate, yes, in this 3D scene, as you can see. You can hold right here the scroll of the mouse, you can rotate right here by the mouse, and maybe you can use this shortcut to establish the movement. And like I said, shift to select couple of objects, okay. And very quickly I want to mention, if you want to delete some object, just X, and you have the option delete, okay. If you want to just go back, Control Z, and you just go back, basically edit and undo. Fuck my English, you get the idea. Thank you for watching this strange tutorial. See you on another one. This is just part 1, okay?